My name is Seth Bongartz. I'm running for re-election to represent the people of Arlington, Manchester, Sandgate, and part of Sunderland in the legislature. One of the lessons I've learned during my time in the legislature is that most issues connect to several others. Housing, childcare, workforce, broadband, rising anxiety among all ages, crime and drug use are great examples of this reality. Vermont's housing crisis is the single most important issue facing Vermont. Nothing works if people can't find decent housing at a price they can afford. Last session, Kathleen and I introduced a bill to make it easier to build housing in rural town centers. That effort, now law, coupled with $300 million of funding for housing, will result in about 4,000 units of housing coming online within the next several years. That is still not enough, but it is real progress. This year, we are working on the next step, rethinking zoning regulations that often make it harder to build housing in our downtowns, the very place we want dense housing. We are engaged in the hard work of producing more housing, and we are producing results. The childcare crisis is as acute as the housing crisis. And just like housing, fixing it is critical for our children, our employers, and our working families. The current system is near the point of collapse. Affordable childcare is often the difference between parents being able to work to support their families and financial stress or disaster, and often the difference between kids being prepared for kindergarten or not. We were early supporters of the Let's Grow Kids initiative to guarantee that no family has to spend more than 10% of its income on childcare and to pay childcare workers the level of salary they deserve. We made progress on this last year, and we hope to see the effort through this biennium. The systemic issues we are trying to solve with housing and childcare are connected to the workforce challenges faced by almost all employers. They're also connected to the rising levels of anxiety and drug use. Few of us have escaped the opioid crisis. Like so many others, I have had close friends lose children or nieces and nephews to fentanyl-laced heroin. Anybody who operates at the dealer level and sells products with fentanyl is playing Russian roulette with somebody else's life. They belong in jail. We also need, though, to build the kind of services those suffering addiction need in order to reclaim their lives. We need methadone clinics and treatment centers in every county, sometimes in more than one place. The people in need are often good people who have given in to despair or simply made a bad decision that now has them trapped. They often desperately want out. We need to help by meeting their needs where they are, both physically and emotionally. We have an excellent education system in Vermont. Our teachers teach our kids complex truths and the skills of critical thinking. Our opponent, with his back to the basics education message, apparently wants to prepare kids for the 19th century. We applaud our teachers for preparing our children for the 21st century. I know I speak for Kathleen as well when I say how deeply grateful we are for the extraordinary effort and personal sacrifice our teachers and support staff made during the pandemic. Along with so many others, like doctors and nurses, they are heroes. Vermont may be the most climate resilient state in the country. People are already moving here to escape heat, floods, fire, and drought in other parts of the country. This is only going to accelerate. As a member of the Natural Resources Committee, I am spending time thinking through the coming social and environmental challenges and, equally important, the major opportunities that will come as Vermont's role as climate haven accelerates. We need to channel growth to areas where it can create vitality, like downtowns, and protect areas that are environmentally important, like forests and agricultural land. We need to make decisions about what should go where before those decisions are made for us, with sprawl throughout our forests and agricultural lands. Our opponent is an extremist who was in Washington, D.C. during the insurrection on January 6th. He refuses to acknowledge that Joe Biden won the election. That is, frankly, delusional. Along with back to the basics for education, his campaign literature lists election integrity and border security as key areas of interest. That's bizarre, because we have zero issues in Vermont with election integrity, and the Vermont legislature has zero role in security along the Texas border. Were he to be elected, we would effectively go from 2 representatives to 1 in Montpelier, as he tilts at fantasies that have absolutely nothing to do with the pressing issues faced by the people of our district. Here's the reality. Chittenden County has enough power as it is. We can compete only with hardworking and reality-grounded representation. The real issues are too important to forfeit a seat in the legislature. Kathleen and I are laser-focused on those issues where we can make a difference in the lives of the people we serve. We do the research. We pull people together. We develop carefully constructed policy, and we get things done. Because of our hard work and our interpersonal skills, we are respected leaders in the legislature. In the end, I'm running because I care about the people Kathleen and I serve, and our hard work proves that we care. We hope we have earned your confidence and your trust and your vote. Thank you.